Our final honoree is Deborah Tippett.
A great day.
So are we. It's such a pleasure to be sitting here with you. And my first question is, what advice would you give to a young professional starting their career today?
Well, first of all, I'd prepare for your DSA day and take pictures of the people you love. The leaves, the trees, the buildings will not be important at this day. But first of all, I would say follow your passion. Have a dream bigger than yourself. Do not let the dominant culture deter you. Know that if you're in the family and consumer sciences profession, that you will make the world better through your work. Do not let others determine the work that you do. Choose mentors who push you, who make you a better person, who challenge you. Surround yourself with outstanding professionals, and so many of you in this room have been those outstanding professionals to me. Make sure that they are positive about their work. Coming to this conference has been once a year where I feel like I come home to my family, who understand what I do and have a common vision and values. Make sure that you're spending time with your family and friends. And I'm so lucky to have my husband and sister here today. And you have a support system who are there for you in the good and the bad times. And do not let the bad times, which will come, determine who you are. Be strong in your belief, your values, your passion. Enjoy your work. Know that what you are doing will make a difference. Have fun. Make sure you have a hobby that has nothing to do with family and consumer sciences. Enjoy your life. Continue learning no matter what your age, and know that what you're doing will make the world a better place.
Well, earlier our speaker was talking about doing pirouettes back here, and Jim Johnson was pointed out, but if he would have pointed to you, I know you could have done a mean salsa. The tagline for AAFCS is connecting professionals and touching lives. Can you give an example of how you have connected professionals and touched lives?
Well, in picking out the pictures for the slideshow, I realized in my heart of hearts that I've always been a teacher. I taught in high school and middle school. I've been at UNCG and at Meredith College, and I have treasured the times teaching. But it's even been more exciting to hear and to see what my students are doing. I found comments from my middle school students that made me laugh, like, "She's a very good teacher. She doesn't yell at us unless she has to." Or, "She did not get mad when she burned the pancakes. We burned the pancakes." Or, "She really focuses on our strengths and not our weaknesses." And then I realized that was a long time ago, but that is what I try to do. You know, I still believe that I only yell when I really have to. I don't get mad about little things. And I do think it's just so important to focus on strengths and what it is that is happening that's going well. So I'm very grateful for that. We had a centennial at Meredith College this year where students came back who I thought they were older than I was. It'll happen to you too. And when they came back and when I saw what they were doing, and they told me how their profession and their major had changed their lives and changed the world, it gave me such a moment of joy. And I wish that for all of you.
And that energy is just so contagious. Lastly, can you talk about a mentor who's really inspired you?
I can, but I can't talk about just one. I have had so many mentors and so many of you in this room. I have to tell you that Naomi Albanese, who was one of the first DSA recipients, always challenged me. In fact, as an undergraduate, I was in her office a lot. Some of you may know her. And I was a leader on campus and had lots of ideas. When she received the DSA award, I sent her some flowers. When I got home, the thank you note was waiting for me. And I thought, that Yankee has become a Southern lady. She wrote the thank you note before she left the party. And I remember that to this day, even though she was one of the first recipients. But I also remember what she wrote in the note. And she said, "As tears are streaming down my face, I want to thank you." And I remember thinking at that time, why did she cry? And now I know. So, thank you. But there's so many. Sarah Schaffner took me as a very shy sophomore, as my undergraduate, took me to my very first meeting and pushed me to run for office. So it's exciting for Courtney to be here, my student, to be here as your very first meeting. I had outstanding professors like Sammy Gardner and Barbara Clausen, who still teaches me about international affairs and social justice. I think about those issues. I think about Janet Johnson, who showed me dignity and kindness and respect for others as a young administrator, and who gave me the best gift, a student and her daughter, and planned the best pre-conferences. She does like to have fun. And then I think about Dorothy Mitzsteifer, who pushed me to think differently about leadership and challenged me to continue learning. And to all of you in this room, I look at you and I thank you for the lessons that you've taught, for my students like Jody who continue to inspire me. Thank you.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some are gone and some remain. All these places had their meanings. With lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them in my